So we got sent to Judas and the Black Messiah, starring Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield.
Yep.
And
Jesse Plemons.
Both brilliant performances.
Every single performance in this film is fucking intense and so impressive. Kaluuya absolutely knocks it out the park with the one-shot speech scene.
Yeah, they're all great.
Close up on his face.
Tracking him as he goes.
Oh my... But not tracking him so perfectly.
No,
it's not choreographed.
He moves back and then... It's almost like he moves back, then you just feel the operator go, oh, fuck.
Like,
No, so I didn't get the oh fuck feeling. I got the feeling that was very natural.
Yeah.
I got the feeling that he was doing it naturally, and then they had to react to
they were
what...
kind of just going with him.
Yeah, there was no like, okay, at this point you step back to like wipe your lip and like take a breath or anything. Like he was performing and they were capturing that performance. And yeah, I thought it was absolutely incredible.
We had Mr. Sheen in a lot of makeup.
Yeah, oh my God, it's so much makeup.
J. Edgar?
Playing the character akin to like the Emperor. Like
my
he's
God. He was
so
J. Edgar Hoover.
evil.
J.
You know that, right?
Edgar Hoover.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And my God, he's
Is
under
that the
so
Hoover
much
Dam
makeup.
guy?
Maybe.
Mr. Hoover Dam. Yeah, man. So if this is all this, if you don't know what this film is, it's all about the Black Panther Party, their precinct in Chicago, Illinois, in the '60s, and how they were very much silenced by the CIA and the FBI.
I gave a
Yes,
good
and,
summary in my review.
Did you?
I read it.
Let me find it.
Specifically, we see this story through the view of the Judas
William
of the group,
O'Neill.
From the
because
Judas of the
he
crew.
was an informant for the FBI.
Yeah.
And he was in the Black Panther Party, obviously. Yeah,
And
he
a lot of this
infiltrated
film-
quite well for those
Yeah.
FBI.
What I love about the film is that it just like majority of the film focus on in his like he's conflicted because he's got to do this so he doesn't go to prison, but he's also really getting into the movement and falling in love with the movement.
Yeah, and then there was a very powerful moment. In the end, there's some text and it kind of explaining the real world relation.
Yeah.
And there's some very powerful words about the real man in question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me just to read this verbatim?
Do you want to read that?
All right,
do you like it? Do you like what I wrote?
I'm going to do a dramatic reading of, if you're not following us on Instagram, at Millennial Movie Talk, you can catch any of our reviews that we throw up. They're all Alex's opinion, which is all good. But it's good. He's putting it up there. He's putting the effort in. Social media is hard. I know it. It's tough stuff. But he's put it in, and here we go. Alex's review for Judas and the Black Messiah. Judas and the Black Messiah tells the story of William O'Neill, played by Lakeith Stanfield, an FBI informant who infiltrated the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party, and his relationship with chairman Fred Hampton, played by Daniel Kaluuya. There's a lot to love in Judas and the Black Messiah. Most notably is Kaluuya's powerful and captivating performance, which has already been recognized by the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards. Stanfield delivers a more subtle and nuanced performance as O'Neill, whose conflict between the Panthers and FBI agent Roy Mitchell, played by Jesse Plemons, who you may know from Breaking Bad.
And Gabe Knight.
God damn it. Is at the center of the film. Judas and the Black Messiah's themes and story are as strong as its performances, and sadly ones that are still relevant in today's society. The only issue I had with Judas and the Black Messiah was I felt it dragged a little bit towards the end of the film. Other than that, strong cinematography, especially during Fred Hampton's speeches, a great score by Mark Isham, and a superb direction by Shaka King makes Judas and the Black Messiah an important drama that needs to be seen. I reckon you've summed that up very well.
Thank you.
There's an original song that plays over the credits by HER, and holy shit, it's excellent. I did. My one thing with the film was I thought it was very long.
Yeah.
But I think it's also just because it's a very intense.
How long did it go for?
Let me look up.
2
what the
hours and 4
runtime
minutes.
is.
Definitely, like you can stay focused and like really into
Yeah.
it, and then towards like the third act, start
Yeah,
of the third
that's
act,
where I
you're
felt-
starting to like zone out a bit, then zone back in and be like, oh crap, what did I miss there?
And the only other
Yeah.
part that I know it's a big part of Kaluuya's character because it makes me love him more, but it's his relationship with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's just that I felt like there was a lot of that and I didn't need a lot of that.
They did really get. I think they get you connected to that, so the end hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
for
know
sure,
your history, there's not a happy ending. This film was absolutely excellent. It's a meaty watch.
Yeah.
You really like this isn't something you put on just for
No,
fun.
My jaw was open and I was
Oh my
speechless,
God.
It goes into the category with Black Klansman, but I feel like Black Klansman has more rewatch than this does.
This hits harder than Black
I
Klansman
was about to say,
for me.
from what you're saying,
no, I
Black
think
hits
the ending
harder.
of Black Klansman hits
but-
harder
but,
than everything in this film.
From what you're saying, because obviously I didn't go. From what I hear, I feel like Black Klansman like by the end of it, is a bit easier to obviously watch.
Same.
It's not as like full on with like
not as confronting.
It's not as
Yeah.
confronting.
Same with Trial of Chicago 7, I'd say as well. That's easy. That's an easier watch. A lot of that overlaps with this too.
I think
a lot of similar themes for sure.
I think mainly because this one didn't have much humor. This
No.
one didn't
Black
try to go
Klansman
for many
definitely
laughs
had a
or
fair bit of
anything.
humor, which probably
Like Black
helped.
Klansman has some
That,
great
I
comedy
think that
in it.
helped with the subject was the
Yeah.
humor in that movie.
It gives you a moment to go, and then something happens. You're like, oh.
Whereas
we're
this
talking
is just
about
like,
This one everyone in the crowd was just
Yeah.
silent.
And I
you're
think-
already like, oh my god, and then the next scene you're like, oh, like it's just.
Yeah.
I hate
up,
to
up,
praise
up, like-
another director while we're talking about this because I think Shaka King did a great job.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Spike Lee does really well. He handles those tones.
Yeah.
And like he creates an easier to watch, more comedic movie, but still
Addresses-
reinforces these strong themes and messages.
It makes it so that while you're watching the film, you're not feeling like everything is like you're not feeling like, oh, what's the point in fucking living? It makes you enjoy the film, but then you walk away with it having the message that it was meant to tell you.
Yeah, and I thought I didn't mention him there because I didn't want to make it for too long.
Yes.
But I think Jesse Plemons did a great job.
Oh,
especially a scene between him when he's watching. They're in both.
Oh,
in the,
yes.
in the crowd
In
doing
the
speech,
same
and they're
speech
watching.
scene.
Yes, it's in the trailer.
But with
as well.
saying that, what else I loved was I did love his relationship with Stanfield because
Yeah.
Stanfield clearly saw this guy as like a father figure, someone he respected
He
and looked
really,
up to.
yeah.
And because he draws him in by inviting to his house for dinner, he really makes him believe that he's his friend.
He
before.
really takes care of him,
Yeah.
and then the second he needs him to do something
Yeah.
that he doesn't want to do, he fucking enforces that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is well worth a watch. I highly recommend.
Yeah.
I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 4.
5 bags.
5 bags of popcorn.
Yep.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice.